Hello everyone, this is Jim. This is going to be the supplemental material for lecture 11. So in this lecture we go over a bit more things that we can do within drawings. So I'll go over how to change different document properties um, in our drawings, how to create break views, crop views, creating a view based upon the current model uh, view in the 3D model, how to rotate views in 2 dimensions and 3 dimensions in the drawing, as well as to hide specific parts in assembly drawings. So let's go ahead and let me show you what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the document properties. So if you come up here, click on the gear options, we scroll up to document properties, and we can change all different kinds of things. Like we can change what our drafting standard is. So we're mostly doing an ANSI, but we can also change everything to the ISO standard, where you can see my annotations changed here. So that all changes everything based upon the specific drafting standard. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to put it back into ANSI. That's what we typically use here in America. So I'll put that back and everything goes back to the way it was. So I can also change the annotations, the size of all my annotations. I want to go larger. Let's just make them 24. Hit OK. Hit OK. Let's see if I can find an example of an annotation. I think that's probably a bubble. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you annotations one more time. So annotation, font, go 36 this time. Yeah, so annotation things like your balloons, you can change the font size of those. So I'm gonna put that back a little bit smaller, make that look a little bit better. It looks good at 24. So that looks good at 24. Let's look what else we can change. So if we go back up to document properties, dimensions, we can change the precision of all our dimensions. So right now it's at 4 decimal places. I'll put it at 3. So every place I have a dimension now, it'll go to 3 decimal places. So let me see if I can find one right here. So that's down. Everything's down to 3 decimal places. I changed the precision of all my dimensions. So change the way my center lines and center marks display. Change the length of the extension. Um, Tables, we change the font size of stuff in our tables automatically, straight up. Views, we can change the font size of our views. So let's see, where do I got a good view where I can show you that? So the font size right here. Let's check that out. Views, font. Let me change that to 18. Then I'll scale up that size there. And if you go into dimensions, yeah, change precision. You can change your unit system in here, so you can do all kinds of different kinds of things in here in order to make your drawing look the way you want it to look. Alright, so let's go into a few more other views that you can create. So you can create what are called break views. This is typically valuable when you have really long parts with features mostly existing on the edges. So let me just show you a quick example of that. So let me find, let's do this shaft here. Let's just say, for example, I don't really care about all this extra space here. I want to make this look shorter. So I can go up to break view. I'll select the view that I want to add the break in. Let's see, I want to make it horizontal. So I place the first line, let's just say I place it here, and the second line I'm going to place it right here. And it shortens it down and it gets rid of all the extra stuff that I don't need to see, and that tells the machinist that this is featureless. This edge will go straight to this edge, and you shouldn't have to worry about any other features in between. We'll go put that back to normal. So a crop view, that's where you first draw a sketch around a certain part of the drawing, and it crops everything else outside of it. So let's just go ahead, and I'm going to create a spline around just around this here. What's going to happen now, when I go up to crop view, it's going to get rid of everything else in that view but what I put in that spline. It'll crop it out so I only show what I want it to show. Okay. Alright, let's see here. How do I get that back? This is drawing view 30. Let's see, I can get rid of the crop view, remove crop, and put it right back to where it was before. Okay, so I've also got the option of creating what are current model views. So what that'll do is it'll pull in the view directly as seen in the model file. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up my model. I'm going to just put it in some kind of orientation that wouldn't be standard. So let's just say, for example, I wanted to get that view right there. So what I can do is I can go back into my drawing. I'm going to just create a new sheet to do this example. And so go to Model View, select this from my open documents, and if I come down here to More Views, I can click on Current Model View, turn on Preview, and I can create that drawing in the current state that it's in the 3D model. I can just directly import it, and it'll save it just like that. Now let's look at what else I can do. I can also rotate my drawing views. So I can bring in another gearbox. I'll put it in like that. Now I come up here to this box here, click on Rotate View, select this, and I can just input the degrees I want to offset it. So 45 degrees. It'll rotate it 45 degrees. So 90, rotate it 90, 135, so on and so forth. I can also rotate it three-dimensionally as well by clicking on 3D drawing view, and I can just kind of rotate it like so. I can put it in the view that I want it to be in. There we are. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Now finally, I'm going to show you how to create a model view and get rid of certain features, parts that you don't want to see. So under here, under each sheet, you've got a feature tree. So the feature tree, the sheet formatting, the different views exist within on this page. So if I click down this drop down, I got another feature tree of the part that is in this view. So in this view, I've got the gearbox assembly. So if I click on this drop down again, I got all the parts. So say I want to show the insides of this view right here. I can get rid of the gearbox main body by right-clicking on it, going on to Show Hide, and clicking Hide Component. And there you go. I can show all the guts of this model view. Then I can go back in here, and I'm going to add some color to it. Let's see here. There. So there you have it. Kind of a short little lecture on creating some better looking drawings. your goal for this class for this week is to have the to recreate the schematic that I provided you at the beginning of this project. So create the first page um, with the bill of materials, the different views, section views, and all the part balloons. Um, we got a broken out view right down here that shows the screws. Um, we got what I just made right there, showing the guts of the inside of the gearbox. Some dimensional views here. You might have to rotate the uh, uh, the different views to get exactly what you want. This right here looks you probably get just straight from a projected view. You pick a base view and then use that as a parent view to create projected view here, 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 and here. And this is should be pretty straightforward to you, as well as the shaft with a detail view. And yeah, same thing with the smaller shaft as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.